not really ready for this. I was going to have a whole speech prepared.
Brandy and I have plans tomorrow. I suggest you wing it.
Just wing it is an informal expression. It means to attempt to do something without any prior planning or preparation, relying instead on your ability to improvise at the moment. For example, we didn't have time to rehearse the play, so we'll just have to wing it.
You just wing it.
Just wing it, Don.
Okay, just wing it.
Just wing it.
I used to just wing it.
I suppose I could just wing it.
Yeah, I think we should probably just wing it.
I thought we'd just wing it, you know?
Let's just wing it, shall we, Mrs. Bell?
I think next year we should convince her to just wing it. Personally, I think you should just wing it.
We're not cowboys. We can't just wing it.
And I know you like to just wing it, but your audience comes in cold, without information.
I just wing it, because I really I had no idea what the hell, I didn't even know you were supposed to prepare.
As the sun slowly settled on Wisteria Lane, an unsettled Susan racked her brain to find a way into her own house.
To rack somebody's brain to do something means someone... To rack somebody's brain to do something means someone tries really hard to think of how to do a thing, like remembering something or finding a solution. For example, he racked his brain to recall her name.
I'm racking my brain. I've racked my brain.
Rack your brain.
I keep racking my brain.
Look, I'll rack my brain.
I rack my brain for ideas.
I'm racking my brain as well.
Try to rack my brain around something I could do.
I've been racking my brain for days and I've got nothing.
Look, I've been racking my brain about how I can best help you.
I've racked my brain and I can't think of anything to denounce.
You rack your brain trying to come up with answers. You can hit your head against the wall, try every angle, rack your brain.
I've been racking my brain, trying to figure out why this has been so hard for you and I.
So she racks her brain and comes up with this widow who's 15 years older than me, overweight with rotten teeth.
The kids are bouncing off the walls? Huh. Well, I'm sure you can figure a way to put them to bed, Tom. I mean, for God's sakes, Tom, they're just kids.
Bouncing off the walls means someone is super energetic or really restless. They can't stay still and are full of energy. Like, the little dog was bouncing off the walls when its owner came home.
I'm bouncing off the walls.
I don't want you bouncing off the walls all night, girl.
He was bouncing off the walls.
Why? Because I'm not bouncing off the walls?
A minute ago, you were bouncing off the walls.
Don't come in here bouncing off the walls, okay?
Let your voices bounce off the walls.
I already told you, my son is bouncing off the walls.
It was art bouncing off the walls.
How would you like to go to a special school in the States where music bounces off the walls?
And it ran off into the air, and the sounds and the notes was bouncing off the walls and hitting the lights. And
The teacher was bouncing off the walls, yelling at me, we gotta do something, you gotta help me, we gotta handle this.
For these past few months, while you've been bouncing off the walls, well, they've been just about the happiest time of my life.
I mean, I'm not bouncing off the walls or anything, but I feel, different, you know, just not great, just better.
Okay, I gotta break the ice here.
Break the ice is an idiomatic expression. It means to do or say something to relieve tension or get a conversation or activity started when people first meet or in a new situation.
Break the ice.
Just trying to break the ice.
Allow me to break the ice.
Okay, I will break the ice.
You want to break the ice?
Listen, I've got an idea to break the ice.
I know you're shy and afraid to break the ice, so I'll start.
Might just as well break the ice now as later.
first you break the ice with some kind of a joke so they know you're the funny one.
You know, pave the way, break the ice, have a drink.
Well, someone's got to break the ice, and it might as well be me.
I always like to do something to break the ice when I meet a prospective client for the first time.
So, hey, maybe a good way to break the ice would be for everyone to tell a few things about themselves.
He just stood there, staring at me, waiting for me to break the ice.
I mean, you know, I think he was just trying to break the ice, but I was so surprised that I just reached over and I...
When Tom and I were first married, things got a little out of hand on Mr. Toad's wild ride.
You're kidding.
No, we got perp walk down Main Street, USA.
1, when something is out of hand, it's either become uncontrollable like the protest got out of hand. 2, or it means something is dealt with right away, as in the manager handled the complaint out of hand.
Really? She's getting out of hand.
That was just a minuscule little thing that kind of got out of hand, but you have my word.
These astro droids are getting quite out of hand.
The truth is, these are not very bright guys, and things got out of hand.
The whole thing got out of hand.
Things between the two of you have really gotten out of hand.
Things could get out of hand.
Things definitely got out of hand, but the most important thing is that the kids are okay.
Things got out of hand.
Things got out of hand.
Things have gotten out of hand with our friend again.
Things just got out of hand.
It's gotten way out of hand.
This is getting out of hand.
Things got out of hand.
A perp walk is when police lead a handcuffed suspect in public, usually in front of cameras. It shows an arrest has been made.
The perp walk.
Enjoy your perp walk.
I would have perp walked them right through here.
It's called a perp walk.
So we'll get him at the perp walk.
God forbid a celebrity should do a perp walk.
He is taking Catherine on a perp walk.
And you're gonna make me do a perp walk on top of it.
Arrest Richard Wheatley and perp walk his ass down Wall Street.
You make damn sure photos at the perp walk, Henry.
Look at the old guy making him do the perp walk.
Detective, is that enough for a proper perp walk of shame?
But I will now because Harvey's protege just got perp walked out of this firm.
I want to see you perp walk through the bullpen with your pretty little jacket draped over your handcuffs.
I haven't been able to get past it.
Maybe you did you a big favor.
What do you mean?
Just look at Carl as a starter marriage, boot camp.
Boot camp is a tough training place. In the military, new soldiers train there. There are also fitness boot camps for getting fit.
Boot camp? Boot camp.
Baking boot camp.
I run a bridal boot camp.
Oh.
We've gone through boot camp together.
We have 8 weeks of boot camp ahead of us, men.
Now you better buckle up and get ready for boot camp, babies, because you're gonna get trained like the Viet fucking Cong.
This is a boot camp for kids that are gonna have to face a real enemy.
Why would you go back to boot camp?
You know, a lot of recruits, myself included, lose a big part of their personality when they go through boot camp.
I know they brainwashed you in boot camp.
By the end of the next day, I was in boot camp.
He was sent to a juvenile boot camp.
I'm going to boot camp soon.
Respect you because you went to boot camp and rehearsal.
We are raising little terrorists. You know that, don't you?
Oh, didn't have a good time?
Drop the act. I know you gave him cookies.
No. Who cracked anyway?
Drop the act means to stop pretending or stop behaving in a false way. For example, stop acting like you're happy about this. Drop the act. It's telling someone to be genuine and stop putting on a false show.
Okay, drop the act, ladies.
Drop the act, Bob.
You could drop the act, Nikki.
Drop the act.
Let's drop the act, okay?
Matt saw you in that motel room, so you can drop the act.
You can drop the act now.
Come on, can I? How much do I have to tip you for you to just drop the act a little bit and just talk to me?
Just drop the act, because I know you're just a goop wannabe.
You can drop the act.
I know you're a smart guy, but you need to drop the act.
Drop the act.
Steve, drop the act.
Because we now know the more pain and fear you pour over them, the sooner they drop the act, which is what it is.
You can drop the act now.
When crack means to reveal a secret, it's a verb. It's when someone can't keep a secret any longer, often due to pressure, and tells it. Like the suspect cracked and told the truth.
Who cracked it?
She's cracked the code.
Cracked it.
She cracked the clue.
I think I've cracked it. You know how I cracked it?
You've cracked it wide open.
I don't collect cracked records.
I cracked the FTD database, got an address.
I think these guys have cracked the secret to show business.
I can't believe how fast you cracked this out.
What they didn't know was that the British had cracked the code.
Well, folks, it looks like I've cracked it.
So now, I'll turn things over to the officer who cracked the case.
According to the report, Quinn cracked the case mostly on his own, and I'm wondering why someone hoping to get our shield would let him write it up that way.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I don't know. Rex announced that he and Bree are in counseling. She retaliated with this whole revelation, which I won't even go into now, and the bottom line is he stormed out. Clearly there's trouble in paradise.
Stormed out is a phrasal verb. It means to leave a place quickly and angrily. It shows that a person is leaving in a very strong, often frustrated or enraged manner.
I stormed out of the house.
She stormed out.
He stormed out.
I thought you stormed out.
She stormed out of here.
He was angry and he stormed out of the house.
He struck me and stormed out. I stormed out and I stopped talking to them.
I'm sorry that I stormed out like that last night.
He stormed out and told me to go to hell.
And I got into a big fight and I stormed out.
He got all worked up and stormed out.
They had a huge fight about it afterward, and Peter stormed out.
She stormed out, and I guess because she was so pissed, she forgot to come get me.
My favorite part is when you said, screw her, and then you stormed out, but then you came back because you realized, I have the keys.
Trouble in paradise is an idiom. It means there are problems or difficulties in a situation that seemed perfect or ideal before.
Trouble in paradise.
Trouble in paradise, eh?
Trouble in paradise.
Trouble in paradise.
Trouble in paradise? Trouble in paradise?
Trouble in paradise?
Sounds like trouble in paradise.
Trouble in paradise so soon, dear.
Do I sense trouble in paradise?
Not surprising there's trouble in paradise.
Do I detect trouble in paradise?
My sister is afraid there may be trouble in paradise.
Now, we have heard rumors that there is trouble in paradise.
Do I sense trouble in paradise with the heartbreaker up there?
Hey, Brandy, could you scoot a little? Just scoot, thank you. Hi.
What are you doing?
I'll be quick.
Scoot means to move quickly or hurry along. Scoot over means to move to one side to make room for someone or something.
Hey, scoot over. Scoot over.
Scoot over.
Scoot over.
Scoot over.
Scoot over, child.
Scoot over, honey.
Just scoot over just a bit.
Let's scoot over to the dance.
Come on, scoot over.
If you could just scoot over.
All right, let's scoot over here. Could you just scoot over there by the window, sweetheart?
You jump out and run around, and I'll scoot over and be like, hurry, get in!
If you scoot a little to your left, I think I can get my mouth down to gnaw through this rope.